Hi and welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you happened here, whether it was by accident or whether you've been watching other videos. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Our focus today is going to be on a beautiful eye look, but we will talk about some other things that revolve around this look as we go. So let's dive straight in. I'm wearing the NYX Suede Matte Lipstick in the color Clinger on my lips, and I'm applying it mostly to the balls of my cheeks, and then I'm just bringing it up a little bit on my cheekbone. Just to give the look some cohesiveness, I'm going to spread that color around my forehead and kind of use it as a little contour as well. Now let's get a fresh glow. I'm going to use the Mercier Liquid Highlighter. This one is in the color Peach Bronze. These also come in Champagne Pink and Gold Glow, and I've used them all. They look amazing, super lightweight, non-tacky, and they look amazing on older skin. Amazing. Once that's blended, I'm going to go ahead and get my eyeshadow base primer on. I'm using the one by Sigma Beauty. This is the eyeshadow base primer in the color Persuade, which is a light pink, kind of beigey matte. I've been using this for probably over a month now, and it instantly became my #1 favorite way to prime my eyes. In fact, I love it so much, I made a separate video about it, and here it is. Here's one product that does not disappoint. This will actually keep your eye makeup from creasing and fading. It will camouflage eyelid discoloration and conceal inner eye darkness, and even keep your eyebrows in place longer. Watch the discoloration under my right eye disappear. I didn't have to get the color corrector and the concealer out and do 75 different steps. One crayon took care of all my inner eye darkness and then completely covered everything on my eyelid. And the fun doesn't stop there. You can actually use this on your eyebrows as well to keep your brows in place longer. I'm using the eyeshadow base primer in the color Persuade by Sigma Beauty. This has got an 8+ hour wear. You can use it on your face and your eyes. It's crease resistant, fade resistant. It's got a built-in sharpener. It's very creamy and it spreads easily across my crepey, wiggly lid. And this created the most beautiful base for eyeshadow that I've ever used. Okay, so while I prime this other eye, I just wanted to say thank you so much for all the love and support on my channel. You know that it's been one growing pain after another. I love you guys. You're so amazing, and I really appreciate you. Now, to make the smoothest eyeshadow application, I'm going to apply a little bit of my translucent loose setting powder. This is the Ultra-Blur by Mercier, my #1 favorite. It's lightweight, talc-free, and it has a little bit of blurring to it. Amazing stuff. Once I've got that on my eyelids, I'm going to use a little bit of that powder down the center of my face to blur out some pores on my nose, to take some of that shine out of the center of my face because I don't want to look shiny and oily and greasy. I just want to keep the glow on the outside of my face, and then see when I move my face, the light will catch it in different places that I want it to catch it. But I don't want the light to be focused on my nose or my chin. All right, let's take a quick break from makeup just to go ahead and get this hair done because it's almost dry. And so I'm just going to take my brow gel that Mad Love Beauty sent me, because I will never use that on my brows because I use other stuff on there. Anyway, I like to take the brow gel and work it through my hair. It's like the perfect pomade, and it makes it so that my hair just kind of obeys me, if that makes any sense. And once I get it into place with my fingers, then I just use a little hairspray and spray it, and everything is going to stay in place. This is my new hairspray. It's by Foxy Bay, and it is a back tease kind of spray. It does a really great job of adding volume, and at the same time, your hair is not super cement stiff. And that's my messy do, and that's what the back looks like. Okay, let's get into some beautiful fall eyeshadow. Look what Sigma sent over. Man, did they nail it with these colors. I'm super excited to jump in, and we're going to start with Blueberry Parfait. And I'm going to introduce you to my little friend here, the Sigma Switch. This is one crucial tool. Everybody who wants to get good with eyeshadow needs to have something like this so that you can get the most flawless and perfect blend on your eyeshadow. I kind of wanted to start out with the Blueberry Parfait because it was the one that frightened me the most. Two beautiful shimmers, two beautiful mattes. Let's see what we can do. I'm using a brand new eyeshadow set by Sigma Beauty today. Using my tapered blending brush, I'm grabbing some of that granola color, tapping off the excess, and here we go. Now, I've got hooded eyes, so you may want to put your color in a different area, but for me, I need to go slightly above the crease. If I don't go slightly above the crease, when I open my eyes, you will not be able to see any of the color. It'll just all disappear. So I'm just going to blend that out, and it's the perfect color to use as a little bit of a contour at the top of my nose, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Unless I'm doing character makeup, I generally will not do a heavy contour on my nose. Now, to get eye makeup blended perfectly, you need to stop and clean your brush, and then blend more. Now, here's where the interesting part comes. I'm going to grab the blueberry color and apply it right in the center of my crease. This is going to instantly provide depth. I'm also going to switch to a different brush that helps me kind of pack in the color a little bit better. Remember, your flat brushes are more for packing the color in, and your rounder brushes are more for blending. So I'm just filling this in, tap, tap, tapping, kind of a patting motion, and then checking to make sure that the color is up high enough. It only needs to be high enough to actually frame my eye. Now with a smaller brush, the exact same blueberry color, just lightly applying it under my eye to give a nice little soft frame. I've been experimenting with how far I can bring this in and how it looks when I bring it all the way in. I do like to frame my entire eye, even if it's just lightly. And I love to do this under the eye because this eyeshadow is so soft. It really creates a beautiful soft look. Now that I've got all the color where I want, I'm just going to very lightly blend around the edges. And again, when it comes to blending, you want to clean that product off the brush, then blend. Just soft, soft little strokes, however it works for you. And while I have my favorite brushes, I think that it doesn't matter so much whether it's an expensive brush or an inexpensive brush. If you're cleaning your brush and you're using the right size for your eye, I think that's the most important thing. Because you can do really good makeup with cheap brushes, but you can't always do good makeup just because you have good brushes. Now, I'm not complaining, but I do have a little extra fat right in that area there. So I'm just trying to blend the darker color over that to sort of make it look like it's going to recede a little bit. I never really thought of fat as a bonus item until it came to my face. And one day I was using one of those RF devices on my eyes, and it actually started to deflate the fat on my eyes. And of course, my eyelids started to droop a little bit. And so I quickly stopped using it, and things pretty much went back to normal after a while. So just be careful what you do to yourself. At this point, I'm just going to keep blending and then cleaning and then blending and cleaning. And I'm just going to repeat that until I get it blended the way I want. Those little cleaning mats are really, really so helpful. I think that if I was going to put together a makeup kit for a new person, I would definitely have something like that in there. They also make switching between colors insanely easy, and also cleaning off like those shimmers like I'm putting on now. Now, if you see everybody making these videos where they put the shimmer on their inner eye, that's all fine and good, but if you have a hooded eye like I do, you're going to have to bring it up higher. If you don't, it's going to work its way up there anyway, and then it's going to look really messy. And here's part of the reasoning that you see people putting lighter colors, whether they're shimmers or not, on their inner eye. Applying a lighter color on the inner eyes makes the eyes look farther apart. So if you're trying to make your eyes look bigger or more elongated, putting the lighter color on the inner eye will make them appear farther apart and larger. Now, normally I would not want to add a second color of shimmer on my eyelid, but I was really dying to try that sort of deep ocean blue color called Chilled, and I decided to just tap it right down the middle, and it looked really amazing. Wait till you see both eyes when they're completely done. You know, sometimes we just get stuck in a rut and we wear the same colors every single day that we know look good, and then we never try anything new. So I encourage you to try something new. Okay, let's go ahead and clean this up. I'm going to take a little bit of my depuffing eye cream that's got caffeine in it by The Fix. I'm going to mix it with a little bit of my Double Wear concealer by Estee Lauder. Mix those two tiny amounts together, and then we're just going to sweep this under the eyes and clean everything up. So let's talk about products for just a minute. I will list all the products that I used in the video in the description, and I'll put them in the top pinned comment as well. If you have other product questions, I'll do my best to help you, but please give me as much information as you can. For example, if you are wanting to know what the best foundation is, please tell me your skin type and what kind of coverage you're interested in. Also, if something just isn't in your budget and you're looking for a dupe, I'm happy to try and help you with that as well. Okay, let's bring this on home. Let's grab some of that champagne shimmer with that small angle brush. Now we're going to tap this right over where we put that darker blueberry before. We're tapping that over, just framing the inner eye. I've been playing around with this idea for about a month now, where you use a darker color around your eyes softly, and then you take that little light shimmer and apply it over, and it turns out absolutely gorgeous. And I'll take a little bit on top as well, just focusing around the 1/4 mark of the inner eye. And to make those eyes pop even more, we're going to pop a little bit of that same shimmer right under the arch of the brow. To draw some attention to my eyes, I'll pop some on the top of my nose. To draw more attention to the lips, you can add some to the Cupid's bow. You want to add your shimmers anywhere you want to draw a little attention. It takes a little while to figure out where your highlight colors actually look best on your face. On me, I like them right in this area, but I never want to put it in the middle of my forehead because it's just going to be tragic there. Just remember, the purpose of highlight is to catch the light and where you want the light to actually illuminate the face. It's the exact opposite of contouring. With contouring, you're actually showing where you want the shadow to be or making the shadow be in a certain area. And with highlighting, you're doing the opposite. You're showing where you want the light to be attracted. Now let's go ahead and finish this up with some mascara. After I curl my lashes, I give a little wiggle at the base to get the mascara on the base of the lashes. Then I begin to brush through. If I experience any clumps, I will use a spoolie and comb through the lash while it's still wet. It's summertime, everyone's sweating to death and dying, so I'm using my Prime Pro Medics tubing mascara that doesn't smudge or smear. After I apply a couple of coats, I'm going to grab my hair dryer, close my eyes, put it on the cool setting, and dry those lashes super fast. Adding a little clear lip gloss. We have one more crucial step, and then we're done. If you're going to put all that time and effort into a beautiful eye look, you may as well finish it off right with the makeup finishing spray. This will lock all of my hard work into place all day. Since it's really hot and humid outside in Alabama, I'm going to actually use the oil control spray today because that's going to help me from getting all gooey and yucky. Since I've already thrown in gooey and yucky, I'm going to throw in smelly because I want to talk to you about odors for a minute, and then we'll look at this in the natural light. Do older people really smell different? Even if you bathe all the time, it's actually possible that you could start having a funny, musty, grassy, or greasy odor. One cause of this is that the body creates this stuff called nouninol. It's a smelly, unsaturated fat that begins being produced by our bodies when we're in our 40s. So it's a natural thing, but it's really annoying because it can linger on fabrics in your clothing. So if that's happening to you or with someone that you know, don't worry about it. It's totally normal, and there is something you can do about it. Dr. Yoko, who was featured on Dr. Oz, actually developed a soap that targets nouninol. It's a clinically tested soap with Japanese persimmon and green tea, and it's designed for nouninol and for hormonal changes like menopause. Now, if it was me, I would wash with the soap, and then I would follow it up immediately with the Lumi, because all those funky smells are coming from behind the ears, the neck, under the arms, and the intimate area, and the feet, and you can use Lumi safely on all those areas. Get 10% off Mirai soap with the discount link. If you enjoyed this video that I made especially for you, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you leave me a comment. If you're not subscribed, why aren't you? Make sure your notifications are on so anytime I post, you'll be the first to know about it. And please check the community tab for more channel updates. I love you. Bye.